Hey there, sugar. That last round of talks was kind of rough, huh? Yeah, I think so too. I want you to know that whatever feelings or thoughts those talks brought up, they are all completely valid. All of our fears, all of the old stories, all of the anger and sadness and grief, it is all valid. Absolutely all of it. So we're moving on to start the healing. This talk is all about reparenting ourselves. What does that mean? Well, according to the book we've been reading, it says, reparenting is not about laying blame on our caregivers or dwelling on past traumas. Instead, it's about acknowledging these wounds and taking proactive steps to provide the care, love, and guidance we missed out when we were little. The book also says, the goal is to reclaim our power, to transform ourselves from wounded to empowered. It is a journey of returning to ourselves, understanding our essence, and making sure that past traumas do not overshadow the potential of a bright future. How does that sound? Good? Good. We're going to start reparenting for a few of these talks. Today, we are going to do an exercise called a memory healing visualization. But don't worry, I'm going to be right here with you every step of the way. Let's take a few deep breaths before we get started. Okay, here, take my hand and let's close our eyes. Remember when we got straight A's on our report card and Mom would bake our favorite kind of cake as a reward, but then Dad would yell because he didn't want us to eat it because he was afraid we'd get fat? That was confusing, right? Right. And we would eat it, but then feel guilty and shameful because we did, and we lost the joy in celebrating our achievement. Then we'd cry a little. Let's pretend we can go back to one of these times and change things around. So, instead of eating the cake, let's thank Mom for baking it for us, but let her know there's something we'd rather have as a reward. Instead of using food to celebrate and then getting in trouble with Dad. Instead, let's go to the bookstore and get a book as a reward. We feel good about celebrating and we get a new book to read. Then we can say something like this. Hey Mom, I feel super confused when you reward my behavior with food because I'm getting the opposite message from Dad. So until we figure out nutrition and fitness in a different way, can we use books as my reward for good behavior? And we have to find the courage to say this to Mom, but we can do it. I know we can. We want to change our relationship with food, and it's up to us to do that. I think why scenarios like this one made us so sad, was because we felt doubly bad. On one hand, we didn't want to disappoint Dad, but we also felt bad that Mom made us a cake to celebrate our good grades. But then we felt guilty for eating it. It was so confusing. And feeling confused is so valid. It was confusing. We felt stuck and unsure how to act. No one else was offering another way to celebrate or another solution. But we can start taking these memories, which in the moment made us sad, and we can reframe them to make them work for us. To remember the joy and celebration and see how we have the power now to make changes. That we have way more power and say than we think we do. We just have to believe it. Beyond this, I know there are things you need to feel, sugar. I know there are things you need to hear, things you'd like to say. So, I want you to write me a letter and answer these questions for me. How do you feel? What do you need to hear? What would you like to say? I'll give you some time, and I know you can do this, and I've got you. Let me know when you're finished. And remember the quote that we love. People want to heal from trauma, not to learn how to deal with trauma. We've got that market cornered. No, we want to heal so we can experience joy again. And we will feel joy again, I promise you. I love you, sugar, always and forever.